What is up, everyone? This is your boy Chukatron back at you right now with another Transformers unboxing and review. And right now I'm going to be doing it on the MP-51 Transformers Masterpiece Arcee figure. We're going to start by looking at the packaging right there. Obviously, this is like a sleeve that comes on top of the Masterpiece figures. When I got it, this sleeve was pretty much open. And bam, the real box is inside. So beautiful box, very typical of all the Transformers Masterpiece. That black background with the promo shots of the figure in robot mode and in vehicle mode down there. On the side there, we have a nice illustration of her laying down, relaxed look, like, yeah, look at me, I'm cool. On the back there, we have a lot of promo shots of the vehicle and the accessories. So let's crack this baby open. Gotta be careful here because I don't get too much masterpieces. So here's a look at the figure with the inside bubble. We noticed that the figure's right there on the alt mode, really nicely displayed with all the accessories nicely displayed. We have the blast effects here, the guns here, the other faces there, and also this side spike there for the vehicle mode. We do have a card there with some nice artwork there. I love Arcee. Back there, some Japanese lettering, and I'm assuming the tech specs right there. So here's a look now at the inside pamphlet. We notice we have a nice illustration of Arcee right there on the top. Some more promo shots of her in the vehicle mode, the bot mode, and on the side here we do have some illustrations with the guns and all the features, and on the bottom there it shows the crusher accessory and how to clip it in. So right onto the figure in vehicle mode, and man, I do have to say it looks amazing. Straight out of the cartoon, straight out of the illustration that you saw. Bam, here it is in real life in 3D, man. And I gotta say, I've seen a few Arcees out there. I've seen the third-party one, but I think this is the best one out of all three of them. That's why I picked her up, and I've been wanting her up for a long time. So there she is right there, looking really nice. There's a side view, there's a front view, the other side, and here's a look at the back. Let's go over it right now. Taking a look at the top, we do have three main paint colors. We have the light gray, the white, and the pink, and this figure's come fully painted. Now, one thing I noticed when I pulled it out the box is that if we notice right there, I do have some scratching right on the seats right out the box, and yeah, I'm not really pleased with that. And I do have a little nick right here. So looking at the top here, it looks great. On the top there, we noticed that we do have this translucent blue plastic right there for the windshield. We do have a lot of detailing inside of the area right here. We noticed that the steering wheel right there is painted with this metallic gray. We have the instrument cluster painted with some green. Right there, the front vents. We even got the glove box colored in, and I do love all this detail. It looks amazing, and I'm not sure if they came out with any minifigures, but I'm assuming they'd fit perfectly right there. On the side there, we do have some detailings for a door. When we look at the wheels, we do have this light gray painted right at the rim, and we do have this darker gray right there. Now that's the molded plastic, and I think they look great. The only issue I have is that they're just so skinny. Now I get it, it's Arcee, you got to save a lot of space for the transformation, but man, a car can't really travel with those skinny wheels. On the top there, we do have this antenna part right there, that white stripe on the back, looking really sexy. On the back there, we do have some paint right there for the rear lights. On the bottom, we do have some kibble here. Obviously, Arcee's like a shell former. You see all her parts and all that, and it does roll if you can get it as tight as I do have it right now. The clearance for the hands right there, if you notice, they're barely making it, but once you get her, man, she rolls really good. And just for a comparison, here I have her with the Earthrise Arcee figure. Now this is the figure that I featured in my custom video. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out on my page. And I pretty much tried to copy the Masterpiece version of Arcee. So I did paint these doors gray just like that. I did paint that front to match that. And just for a size comparison, here's a look at both of them. So the Masterpiece Arcee is about a third bigger than the Earthrise. So now that I do have it in vehicle mode, I just want to show you guys the accessories that go for this mode. So here we have the crusher accessory. So it's basically like a telescoping shaft with three spikes that come out here. And it does have this little part right here, which we will port into the hole that's right on there. Now it sits really nicely, and when we saw in the cartoon, the '86 movie, that little piece comes out right here. So I'm just going to attach this and show you guys how it looks. So that basically ports right in this section right here. Just push it in, and it's meant to look like it's coming out of that little hole, and I think it tucks away perfectly. Now for the next accessory, this is the large rifle that she comes with. Now this weapon always reminded me of the guns from G.I. Joe, where you see Duke, he's holding up a rifle. This looks very similar, so I love it there. It has that nice sight right there and a little clip right there on the side. So what you can do here is, if you notice on the side there, she does have 2 pegs. Just take it and put it right there on this side. Being that the clip is blocking the other side, you can't really put it in. So you can put it on the side like that for storage. The next accessory up is the gun holster. Very plain looking thing. Now this is just molded plastic. There's no paint on it. And this actually has a peg that you can plug onto the other side. You can actually put the main gun that she had in the cartoon, which I love. This is the main gun she has, and I remember seeing her in the season 3 cartoon. So there's that really sci-fi looking gun there. Now this is also a molded plastic. You can put it right into the holster, and then you could just port it right into the side, just like the rifle did. So you can have her like that, that side, and with the spike on the side. Alright guys, so onto the transformation. So what I'm going to start by doing is taking the door section and just unclipping them right there from the front fender to the rear quarter panel. Do the same thing on the other side. You want to just unclip it like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to flap them upward like that, 90 degrees. I'll take them and I'll rotate them 90 degrees inward. So I'll just take this, rotate it like that. Repeat the same thing on the other side. And what you could do is you can take them, fold that back like so, 180 degrees. Repeat the same thing on the other side. And then what I'm going to do is take this panel right above and just fold it backwards 180 degrees. Repeat the same thing on the other side. We notice that we do have 2 double hinges there, so we're going to take that, fold it right there, and that's pretty much where these sections are going to stay. This whole section just comes up and it kind of stays loose. So now you can play with everything in this section. So what I'll do is I'll take this section right here in the middle, fold that downward 180 degrees almost, and this section right here, I'm gonna fold that in like that. And what I'm gonna do with these lights here is I'm gonna take them, I'm gonna slide them on the pin inward. So I'm gonna untab it on the top section, move it in like that, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fold this top section so that I'm gonna fold it down like that, 90 degrees, and then I'm gonna fold it like that. Repeat the same thing on the other side. Next, what I will do is I will take the section right here where the front legs are at. I'm gonna take this panel right there, fold that outward like that. So I opened up these 2 lower bumper panels, and I'm gonna take the whole leg, I'm gonna rotate it downward, and as I'm doing that, I'm pushing the leg inward so that it pops right in there like that. I'll repeat the same thing on the other side. As I'm rotating it, I'm pushing it inward so that it goes right into the hip area. Next, I'll take this section right here and I'll just fold these 2 tabs inward all the way. I'll take this part of the front where the grill is at, and I'll just unsnap that like that, and that reveals this whole triple hinged section. So we can see Arcee's face now. We just want to bring that outward. Might as well just take the arms and just extend them outward like so, so that now we can actually do all the transformation in this section and get the panels into place. I'll take these 2 panels and I'll just close them back up again. So 1 panel there, 1 panel there. We're going to take these 2 wheels, we're going to fold one side in like that, we're going to fold the other section in like that. We'll take the windshield, we'll rotate it again 90 degrees, and what you want to end up is with it like that. So you want to end up with it like that, and then we could take these 2 panels and fold them in. So that's all flat and flush, just like this. You want it nice and flat because we're going to take this section and put it forward. Next, what we'll do is we'll tab this whole section to Arcee's back. So there's 2 peg holes, 2 pegs right there in that section. We'll just put them right in. Next, I'll take this whole front section and just fold it backwards. And then I'll just take the whole chest area with Arcee and lock it right there to that section. I'll take this section next, and what I'll do is I'll rotate the Autobot insignia inward and then take this section, fold it down. I'll take these two sections with the wheels, I'll face them inward about 90 degrees, and what they're going to do is they're going to go into the inner cavity as I rotate this inward like so. So I'm going to get this, fold it in so that it's like that. I'll repeat the same thing on the other side. I'll fold it inward like that. And then finally what you could do is you could just take the shoulders, rotate them inward 90 degrees so that everything locks nice and neat. All right, so here is Arcee in her robot mode, and I've got to say this figure is phenomenal in the robot mode. So awesome. I mean, this is, to me, is the best looking Arcee I've ever seen. Right from the top to the bottom, totally perfect. Obviously with the mishaps with the backpack section, but there's a wonderful look at her in the front. There's a look at her on the side. We notice the big chunky backpack right here, and that is just unavoidable when it comes to this figure, to this character, because all those parts are just pretty much hiding her. It does add some weight, so it kind of throws off the balance a bit, if you can see right there. And kind of weird is the chest right here. Kind of feels like her boobs kind of sit low. I kind of wish that it was more angled up, but it wouldn't have been able to get that kind of angle right there with the arm. So I kind of see why they did it, and really doesn't look that bad. Other than that, I mean, the figure is amazing. I'm gonna take a closer look at her up front. Let's take a look at the head mold now. As you can see, it just looks amazing. She has paint all over, and mostly every surface is painted on. Her head is just perfect. The mold and all the detail, that looks straight out of the cartoon with the Princess Leia buns on the side. Her eyes are painted this very awesome blue. She's got detail right there on the eyebrows, and on the lips right there are painted. The whole face is painted in a really pale pink, and I love it. I think it's, I mean, really, it can't get better than that. On the chest area here, we notice that we do have that white section right there for a collar. The chest area looks great right here. Like I said earlier, the boob section is a little bit low, but I kind of see why they did that. The arms look a little, you know, kind of plain, but this is going after the cartoon. It looks really good. Now, we can notice that the pins are very exposed here. So I don't know if I'm going to paint that. I might end up just painting inside there, but I don't know if I want to do that right now. We notice some detailing right there on the arms. When we look at the elbow right there, that's actually painted gray. And we notice we have all this detail there. We also have the armband painted in a darker pink. On the section right here on the belly, we notice that this whole little panel is painted with all the buttons, dark pink, light pink, and white right there, with the backdrop a darker pink. And in the middle there we have the gray paint, all that detailing. The little underwear section looks really good. We have some detailing right there on the legs, really modest, but overall really nice. On the feet there, we notice that we do have these sections right here painted in a light gray, and pretty much all the leg is white minus the knees and this ankle part. For articulation, the head is on a ball joint and a swivel, so it can go down about that much and up almost all the way. It can just pivot around right there on that ball joint. It can turn around a full 360 degrees. The arms can go up past 180 degrees. They can go forward. Look at that, 180 degrees, past 180 degrees. So she can actually touch this arm, and she can go all the way back with this butterfly joint right there on the shoulder. Man, it lets you go with all that range. It's pretty awesome. She does have that swivel point right there on that butterfly joint, and she also has another swivel right there. So there's multiple swivel joints right at her shoulder. She does have the bicep swivel joint. She does have a double jointed elbow, and her hand can rotate all the way around, and it can pivot forward and back 180 degrees. All her fingers are pretty much articulated. The thumb can go out. The index finger goes out. These three go out at the same time. The waist, it is on like a ball joint, so it kind of like could do that. Just, you know, pivot around like that. It can rotate about that much. Being that the backpack is on, can't really get all the way around because it kind of hinders you. The legs can go out. I'm not going to pull it past this point, but if we're going to extend them so that to do a split, can't really do it like that. You can actually take this part of the leg and you can actually move it all the way up like that if you wanted to. but I don't want to take the risk of just trying to pull her legs out and breaking them. They can go forward. Look at how high that is awesome. Look how high the leg can go. And let's pull it all the way back. Yeah, so it doesn't really go back that much because of the butt part area. It kind of blocks that. So it does feature like a lower thigh swivel joint right there. She does have a double jointed knee, and that has so much range. Look how far back that can go. So from the starting all the way back there. And on the ankles, they can pivot forward and back like that. And also the toe section go forward and back almost 180 degrees. So now I'm gonna go over the head features. So the head can be opened on the top section here. If we take that, her whole helmet opens up and you can actually get the glasses from behind. But before you do that, you have to take the head off like that, and that just slides up. And there's actually 2 slots, so you can have it more forward or deeper in. So what you have to do is get it on the second indent, slide that in the back like so. Once you get it in the back, you can actually flip this forward and out. And what you do is just close it up, and boom, you can have the look that she has in the Transformers movie where she's saying she's looking for hot rods. So you can actually have that there, and that really looks cool. She also comes with a bunch of different faces. So what I'll do right now, I'll just put the glasses back in where they go. I'll slide this face out and I'll show you guys the others. Here's a look at the second face that Arcee comes with. So she kind of has like a more curious, ooh, look. Here's the third face that she comes with. Now this face has kind of more of a worried look, like she's like, oh no. And here's a look at the last face that she comes with. Now this kind of expression, it kind of could be like a curious, turned on look. I don't know. And one thing I noticed about the face place is that if you look on the back section, they do have translucent blue plastic. Now I'm not sure if they intentionally had this like this and they painted over the eyes later on because it didn't look good, but I think that they originally wanted to have the eyes be translucent. So now let's take a look at the other gun that I didn't get to show you guys too much. This is the third gun that she comes with. Now this is the pistol that we've noticed her in the original 1986 movies. I'm not sure where I've seen it any other way, but it's really, really nice. Looks like a more modern looking pistol. It does have silver paint, a darker gunmetal black right there, and right there's some detailing there with green. And I remember her having this in the Transformers the movie when she's inside Unicron and she's blasting away and all that. So here's a look at the medium-sized gun that she comes with. It's made out of this molded pink plastic, and this is the main gun I remember seeing her in the cartoon with. And also on the side of Arcee's leg, we can put the holster, so we can peg it into the hole right here. There's also another hole on the other side, and we can actually put the gun right into the holster. So here's a look at Arcee now holding her longer rifle. We noticed that now we can actually have both hands on the rifle perfectly due to the butterfly joints that she has on her shoulders, and that looks amazing. Another thing you can do is you can actually take the long rifle, and it does have these joints here. So if you want to actually put them on the side, you can. Being that it is long though, it kind of hinders the height of the leg, but you can get it on there just like that. So here's a look now at the blast effects. We're going to take a look at the longer one. This one looks really awesome, and this one is what's featured on the cover with the big rifle. So what we can do is we can actually stick that right through the tip, and bam, look at that. That thing is super long. And here's a look at the second blast effects. This one has kind of like a little curve around it, and this one you can kind of add to either gun, but I think it goes more perfectly with the medium gun that she comes with. So you can just pop it in just like that. And finally, let's take a look at the last blast effect. Now this blast effect has kind of like a bulbous arrow type one, and this one can actually go with the little pistol that she has. So if you notice right there, we have the slot, the hole right there that goes perfectly right into the pistol head. So you can kind of have it like that, like a little pop, pop. So just for some comparison, I brought out my 2 other Arcees. Right here we have the Transformers Generations, and right next to her we have the Earthrise. So there's a look at all 3 of them there. So just for size comparison, here I have the Kingdom War for Cybertron, Rodimus Prime, and Ultra Magnus figures. Be on the lookout for that Kingdom Rodimus Prime review coming soon. So you've managed to make it to the epic montage section, my favorite section of the video. This is where I put epic poses of the figure. So if you want to check out more pictures like this, you can check out my Instagram at Chukatron1. This figure is awesome, definitely worthy of the title masterpiece. I love it. So enough of me yapping, I'll let you guys enjoy this montage. Till next time, peace, love, harmony, and God bless. Thank you guys for watching.
Say hello to my little friend!
If you enjoyed this video, chances are you'll enjoy another one. Hit the subscribe and notification bell for more Chukatron content.